Hi, welcome back to my channel. We are about relationship with ourselves first, okay? So that we can have a healthy relationship outside of ourselves, but it comes from managing the emotions, okay? So we can identify our intuition. It comes from spiritual wealth, spiritual health, but it comes from the essence of love, right? Loving self, loving others, loving beings, loving planet, and absolutely loving God, okay? But it comes from the essence of balance, okay? So we can co-create with the universe. The universe does not co-create without you, okay? We are energy. We all go through the same things, but we go through things differently, okay? And the energy we're looking at is the scribe. We're looking at a situation where something needs to be cut out. Someone's looking very closely into something. Maybe somebody wants to come to your door, but they look very wary, okay? But somebody wants to look at something, okay? A man. Maybe a masculine is going for a difficult situation. He's looking at cutting something out. Maybe you're cutting a man out. But this man's looking at a friend. So maybe a masculine needs to cut out a friend. A friend of a man needs to be cut out. Or a difficult man that's a friend is very secretive. This secret of a friend is bringing in a decline. So a decline due to deception of a friend, that's a man, is difficult and decline due to deception. This masculine had fire in the belly. They thought they were friends, but they're not. They're thieves in the night. Someone's friendship is declining. Maybe they used to go partying together. It's become very wicked, very violent, and very difficult. Maybe it's come to a part where it's physically and verbally violent, destruction. This man is looking at this friend they used to go out with. Maybe they have difficult clashes when it comes to spirituality or religious clashes. This masculine and this friend, a friend he thought was loyal. Maybe we're looking at a friend that's looking at a marriage or a new cycle or a partnership. Secretly looking. Maybe a friend's looking at a ring and a letter secretly. Maybe they stole a wedding certificate or something. A marriage certificate. Or someone's marriage is declining. Or engagement. Too many options. Someone's really looking at their options, the opportunity. Someone's looking at a third party person. So that's become a difficult situation. Something has to be cut out when it comes to delivery. It's become very difficult for a masculine. It's become a crossroad. Maybe when it comes to a new engagement. But someone's sailing forward to a friend. Maybe to deliver a ring. But confused about a letter after deception. Maybe about a book or knowledge. The energy of opening. Okay, so someone's got the opening, the knowledge about a deceptive person. That's very manipulative, maybe. Okay, so something needs to be cut out. Something was very wicked, but we're going through someone's wish fulfillment. That's a secret. It's coming to healing with a different option. Maybe with a different friend. The main energy is about a ring. But this ring from a lover was clever. A clover. Yeah. Snake coming to an end. Every ending has a new beginning. Maybe a public person. A foxy public person. Very sneaky person. We're looking at healing. Information. Okay, what's our last card? A book. Someone's very open. Someone's going to have a publication of a book. Because now we're looking at a situation where you got 10. 10 means, yeah, first it was clover, engaging in the light. Someone's looking at the carefree romance, maybe, because look how she's looking out. All right, maybe she's looking at carefree romance, but she's thinking of this decline of an option. Maybe this person thinks their friendship's going to be declining and it's coming out in the book. Why their friendship declined? Because we're looking at connections. Because number, unexpected event. There seems to be an unexpected event. I wanted this one. I want this one. Yeah. So there seems to be danger because there was a swift decision to be made. Somebody has to look at conflict resolution because there's a very difficult decision to be made. So this is like decision making. But it's in a fast pace, kind of like an environment where there's lots of news going around. So there's news that is going around, quick reactions. And someone's coming from an unexpected source. So someone's looking at an unexpected source, but it came with a situation whereby this unexpected source is a clash of interests. I reckon it's spiritual and religious clashes. So now when we have this honesty, there's disharmony. This is why there's unexpected events, disruptions. There seems to be a lot of gossip about a revolution of a secret leading to clarification of a friend that's looking for engagement. There was a letter about a friend that was deceptive. Because this person was very deceptive, encountering deception, a complex situation when it comes to growth, knowledge, wisdom. But this knowledge, growth and wisdom has highlighted a mouse that someone does events with or parties with. So now this masculine is looking at this mouse that's thieving. So now, because this person's thieving, their relationship is declining. So now this destructions of plans within their environment, because there seems to be a clash of greed and conning individuals around this masculine. Someone's experiencing stress, resentment, and some sense of devastation and hopelessness within their environment. So someone's looking at a very unexpected event that was difficult. It came with danger and clashes of maybe spiritual, religious, when it comes to marriage maybe. But it was confusion when it comes to a marriage to a friend or a cycle, an engagement. But now they're sailing into healing, and now a book is open, a new chapter. Interesting. Okay, it's going to be open. The community is going to be highlighted. Because now the bottom of the deck, we see garden. It's going to be highlighted in the public, knowledge. Because everyone seems to be ascending by eating the right energy around people. Because when you open your mouth, you're still, like my grandma used to say, don't eat in public, innit? Because you don't know what you're eating. Energy. So someone's gathering with friends. Maybe this match can gather with friends. They went out. But this friend is very deceptive. Very deceptive. It could be between a water and a fire and earth. That's all we really have here. It could be a bunch of friends that came in with a difficult situation. Because remember, there's an unexpected event with a snake. Maybe a Queen of Wands. That means it's a very pushy, demanding, overbearing person. It could be a karmic that came with a difficult situation. It could be a earth sign or a fire sign. Because this snake came in at someone's door with deception but because it's a complex person. So now this person came into someone's environment and created gossips and fake conversations surrounding someone's life. So now this is a question that someone's dealing with that's very sly, and a false person who's also smart, okay, but not smart. If you're talking about love, beware of the passion of this seducer who may manipulate through the desires of dating scenes, looking for finances. Someone's financial situation is in a risk of betrayal, deception due to professional relationships. Now, someone tried to overcome a deception and manipulation by exposing falsehood to avoid any more pit holes because there's too much burning. You see the fireman here. So maybe somebody's going into a situation where they're letting out, some of you, this situation that became a clash of interest because it wasn't about love. It was about a professional ladder. So because someone came in with dishonesty and now there's disputes within this person's environment. Why? Because now there's lots of gossiping, punishments, or a revelation of a secret. Now there's a secret, it's become conflicts and disputes. And disputes and conflicts has now created losses of finances. So now you're looking at loss of profits, maybe a partnership, a friendship, or maybe even trust for some colleagues as well due to the conflict within this professional realm, okay? Someone's probably looking at conflict resolution because now the past dispute is out in the public. So now this masculine is looking at his finances or looking at a difficult clash. Oh, did you hear that? Whoa. When the troopers are out today, flying. That was loud. So someone could be flying over. Yeah, because it came right under. So someone's flowing with the universal flow. They got their plans. Someone probably done traveling, events, and had family and friend gatherings with professions. But this friend that they're flying with bring disruption when it comes to the voice. Someone's voice couldn't be heard because of the manipulation. The truth couldn't be heard. So now this masculine is looking closely within the fire of the belly of self when it comes to love, right? There's love in the air, the fuel to flow in an abundance, okay? So now look at someone's friend that was looking at someone's finances. When it comes to the roots of a friend, they're seeing that this root of their friendship was not the ship they're supposed to be sailing with. So now we have a situation where someone is showing their emotions because someone sees they're a dreamer. Oh, very creative when it comes to intuition. But within this environment, the state of this person's creativity when it comes to inspiration is a mystery. But when it was open, it became a decline. Why? Because someone's intuitively knowing what someone's up to. A friend intuitively sees their intentions. Maybe someone's dreaming about it. Write your dreams down, people. Someone's manifesting also creativity, maybe in work, so pay attention. Or maybe there's a female within your environment that's relying on someone's intuition for financial decisions. So now you're looking at confusions, lack of inspiration, or someone's misinterpretation of someone's intuition and emotions when it comes to dreams. So someone's misinterpreting someone's dreams, because now we're looking at within this profession. Maybe a bunch of professional people was reading a letter from a Aquarius person, but it was only doing that to create a decline. They were manipulative because they wanted to write their own book based on someone else's original idea, or information, or plan, or idea, or creativity, or inspiration. Take it as it resonates. All right. Somebody tried to bring stability within their life. All right. So now we're looking at the mouse. Someone's friendship's declining because someone that is not intuitive. That's what they're hiding under the veil of self. So they're trying to be very clever. They're trying to look at their own options, but the only options they have on their mind is stealing, cheating, thieving. This could be a very deceptive person, an air sign, an earth sign person, or a Queen of Wands or Queen of Pentacles. So now we see a situation where these people are being very clever, but not clever, because they think they're smart. The Queen of Pentacles is a mouse. So when it came to a pathway, where this person came to someone's home or came to someone's environment, they came with the intentions, and the only intentions, okay, thank you, was to be ungrateful and not be thankful. Because now look at encountering deception on someone's pathway with Queen of Pentacles, okay? They're looking at their options, okay? So this person started gossiping because they're very intrigued. So they like to do fake conversations surrounding someone's environment. So now we're looking at someone's dealing with someone being very sly, because this person is very forced. And also someone could be very smart, thoughtful, and cautious. So now we're looking at, if you're looking at love, because that was business, don't deal with this person, but beware of passion, a seducer, okay, is very manipulative, okay, and only has desires for dating, scenes for money, to increase, okay, the risk of betrayal, deception within the professional relationship. So someone needs to overcome deception within their pathway with Queen of Pentacles, and they need to look at the manipulation, because someone's exploring falsehood, but also avoiding a pitfall, okay? So now we're understanding there's another option, another pathway, another option, another pathway, okay? Because there was pathway within this option to a Queen of Pentacles, but it went haywire. So now we're looking at maybe an older gentleman, okay? Because now we're looking at an unexpected event. These seem to be clashes. Someone wants to burn out this fire, okay? Because now we saw the whip with this devious person, okay? Because now we understand there's a whip. Someone's trying to avoid, okay, the same mistake with this person, because he keeps bringing about past disputes, okay? Because now we see clash of interest, disharmony, because there was no harmony, because it was under the veil of deception, because somebody wanted someone's information, someone's secrets, okay? Maybe you're dealing with a younger fire sign person, but now we're looking at the whip when it comes to a book. Somebody was very, was trying to punish someone. But now we have a revelation about someone's secret and why they went on this pathway, because now we're leading to clarification, okay? Because now there's a situation where someone's stressed about a book. So now looking at the emotional experiences of someone's pathway of a Queen of Pentacles. Now, due to disputes and conflicts, okay, there seems to be up and down emotions, because now someone's lost maybe their respect between partners, okay? This seems to be a closed chapter, because now there's a loss of profit, partnership, and maybe among colleagues, all right, due to a conflict about a book or about knowledge, and also about professional integrity or ethics. Now we're seeing someone needs to do conflict resolution, because there seems to be a clash of religion. Seems to be a clash when it comes about intuition. These people don't have no intuition. They keep lying, stealing, cheating. Because now we see the situation. Okay, there seems to be a clash. All right. Now we're moving forward to a different chapter in life. Someone's looking at a ring. Okay. So now this cycle is now coming to an end, because now we're looking at groundship. Someone trying to ground with a friend. Okay. Because now we're looking at maybe union, or maybe a different corporation. We're looking at a soul family, or we're looking at soul ties. Okay, within a dynamic when it comes to environment, we have to learn about different entities so we don't get caught up in like vampire energies. Okay, so like you got zombies, you got Delilahs, you got Jezebels, okay, you got Evil Eves, and you got Genevieve Nadia. Okay, so now you're looking at the meaningful unions of self. So you can have a good relationship outside yourself within your environment as well. So now someone's looking at a partnership or an agreement because they're looking for inner standing, for understanding when it comes to trust, because someone's trust has gone to rust, okay, due to someone is trying to be manipulative to be successful, okay, around someone's luck or around someone's blessing. So now we're looking at hopes and joys, okay, because now someone has a receipt of a long, meaningful love or marriage proposal. Someone wants to reach new levels of a relationship or forming a new obligation with a new partner. So someone's being strategic. Someone could be secretly alone. Or someone secretly wants a Queen of Pentacles alone due to deception. So now they're seeing the manipulation, maybe, about a letter, all right? So a letter was delivered to a masculine, maybe. And within this letter, okay, it was representing about emotions, about dreams, maybe, because that's under the moon, about a letter. It was about creativity, and it was about inspiration. And within this letter, it was between two people, but maybe a partner or a business partner got involved secretly for one reason. Okay, so now we're looking at someone was using and declined information from this letter to form a book of their own. So now we're looking at misinterpretations of emotions and dreams within their own goddamn book. They wasn't interpreting these letters properly. All right, so now someone needs to overcome these barriers between their partnerships, maybe. Because when you go back to the intuition in this pathway, someone's understanding, if you use your intuition, you will see beyond the veil of deception. You'll also see your own pathway to your purpose. Why? Because you're trusting your own inner self. Why? Because when you don't lie, you trust your inner self. Okay, so now someone's looking at a letter of news because somebody wants to communicate, but we're talking about the vibrant setting of someone's emotions, talking about a secret within someone's company, or someone works alone secretly, was looking for independent wealth, but on the backs of other people. Someone's receiving a long-awaited news or message. Okay, because now someone's looking to engage maybe in a conversation or in dating. So strategically trying to figure that out, because strategically someone came in to pretend to be the lover because they wanted creative ideas for money. So now someone's expecting maybe a receipt of a long-awaited message or communication. Because when it comes to love correspondence, you might get a correspondent from a lover, okay? But please use your intuition when it comes to communication. And it's always more than one way of communication now. It's not just your phones, not just your verbal, not just your physical. We're looking at telepathic communication, okay? And that's bringing in abundance for two power couples, but somebody got in the way. So now we're receiving results of our work, our news, our long-awaited message about maybe a profession, because they're looking at the tower, because that could also mean work, a company. Maybe this company of people's working on a letter, but it was deception to cut someone out. So now there's lots of because they interpreted these letters wrong within this group or this person, Queen of Pentacles, and maybe a fire sign person. There seems to be misunderstandings, difficulties in receiving this important message because of a foxy lady being a hoe. Third party persons, distorted, feminine, pushy, demanding, overbearing person. Very manipulative, using seduction to get what they need to get. It's always seduction. They don't have anything else. All right. So now we're looking at this letter. Because now we're looking at the masculinity. Okay. Maybe an ideal partner embodying a true masculine. All right. Because now we see the masculine. He's a true masculine. Why? Because he uses intuition. And he's engaging in a man's work, a man's hand task. That is the potential like the man you want, or the man that dominates the team, okay? But there was a lack of male influence because there was too much. There was no masculinity. There was more issues about men's life, maybe challenges in a male-dominated work environment. Why? Because they were seduced by Jezebels. Jezebels don't like masculinity. They're against divine feminism, divine feminine and divine masculine. They're feminists, rapists, unalivist, terrorist, racist. Need to be spat out. Opening. Now we have the key, okay, to someone's pathway. Now we have this misunderstanding has now become an understanding, because now we have the key to why someone came into someone's life, all right? Because now we understand there's going to be an ending. Someone's highlighted. They thought they had a key to a new business through this letter. But this person, Queen of Pentacles, is a lying, stealing, manipulative person that uses seduction. High-class prostitute. And that's the secret. Very deceptive. Very, very deceptive person. Because when you look at the moon, it's about intuition. You have to use your intuition around this person. This person is very deceptive. Someone you're probably working with at work. So now we're looking at a situation where a letter was delivered, or a book was delivered by a very loving woman, maybe Queen of Cups, but it became a clash, difficulties. It became very wicked, very violent, mental, physical, verbal abuse. Someone bringing an unexpected event due to money. They wanted money, so they bring difficulties towards a spiritual journey. So now the ancestors have seen this sneaky person trying to be strategic. Now we have the key to the knowledge. We have the key to our own business for self-employment. But secretly, someone came in with seduction, deception. Because now we're looking at a very devious person. Someone's reading this letter. Maybe an Aquarius person. Shipped a letter, delivered a letter, very loving person. But we're talking about healing when it comes to spirituality. Okay? When the energy or someone's moving forward. Okay? And someone wants to travel, maybe an Aquarius person. But it seems to be a difficulty because someone's being very strategic. Someone's being very strategic when it comes to healing. Someone has a difficulty healing. Someone can't heal. They're too seductive. They're negotiating more about success. They're more concerned about business, money, success, endeavors. They're not embracing that carefree, easy life. They don't trust their own intuition when faced with doubt. Do you understand? Because they always feel like, if I secretly use deception, manipulation to steal, to be deceptive through seduction, luck was always on my side. But it's only so far half an apple can take you when a masculine's got two apples and a banana skin. So now they're understanding someone needs to be more open. Someone needs to be more open about how they feel about this option because they're not happy. They want a new cycle when it comes to love, carefree possibilities with someone adventurous. We're looking at maybe a short-term connection over here. That's why it's a short pathway. Because it was stealing, deception. It was sex, deception, lying, stealing, cheating. So this was a short pathway, but not a very delightful encounter. Within this encounter, someone is now out of confusion because they saw this strategic plan for an engagement to have their own independent wealth, to look like they had a business. But now there's a new opening because that was a confusion. Now it's been stabilized. Someone's strategically opening up a new pathway. You probably hear from someone So now you're looking at healing. Because now we're exploring a new horizon and embracing movements within our journey of our purpose. So now someone feels more motivated to have that desire to change and stabilize and be more strategic. Someone's looking at a new partnership when it comes to strategic management. But now you're looking at action, sailing, but it came with challenges. Someone's making new plans to take more responsibility for one's pathway. We all have our own pathways. So someone's experiencing a strong, intuitive connection spiritually, in love, and maybe in business. So now you're looking at maybe an international couple growing in possibilities. Someone could be into like cosmopolitan kind of lifestyle, I don't know. But we're looking at new perspective in business though. New perspective, being strategic in love and business. This letter's made a new opening and a new pathway. Closing one chapter to create another. So there's new opportunities to develop an international partnership maybe. Someone could be doing more traveling. But there seems to be delays in travel news within a pathway. But now there's new chapter. New chapter. We have a new opening, a new key to a new business. So one pathway has been closed for another to be open. Because somebody wants you to get rid of maybe a book or information. Because somebody had to get rid of a difficult, unexpected event. Because an unexpected event had to be cut. Because somebody was trying to cut. Queen of Pentacles was stealing, being a mouse, secretly using seduction for a book. Now that's being cut. Because that person bringing danger and a swift decision making, which you have to use your intuition. A fast-paced environment, maybe they work in a very fast-paced environment. Now, as much as this person was fast and inner, news going around even more quicker. So every action has a reaction, and now this has come in an unexpected source. People are going to start seeing it from the intuition, unexpected source. We're going for a new vibration, man, so they can do seduction all they like. It's not going to work. It's a new way of living now. Sex don't sell no more, baby. It's not that like that no more. Okay? So now we're cutting out, or somebody wants to cut out a book or information. This was a Queen of Pentacles on this pathway because she's run out of her luck. So now we're seeing a situation, the mouse. So there was a mouse in the house, okay, that was looking for a decline of information from a masculine because I was looking at these letters as inspiration, because I was looking at a new learning. There was learning new knowledge about intuition. There was learning about people's secrets and using it against them. We're looking at setting, okay, emotion of new skills, knowledge, and we had a discovery that Queen of Pentacles had hidden information. This person was craving new information, but they tried to cut out someone else for their own personal growth, and they keep doing this because they don't want to learn from their mistakes. So now we're looking at a secret situation when it comes to love. There seems to be a love secret between partners, a sense of mystery and understated romance elements in the energy of no one like no one apart from what can you do for me. So now someone has a lack of interest in learning. Yes, avoiding their own personal growth. Why? Because they like everyone else to deal with their unexpected events, difficulties, because someone else is falling. All right, they want everyone else to fall with them, but someone had hidden information, which was a Queen of Pentacles, a thief. So now we see a situation this person brought in. Okay, Queen of Pentacles within this pathway. They are a thief. They were cheating. They're very deceptive. And they're bringing destruction when it comes to a book plan that God wanted us to plant. Because if you understand the situation, no disrespect to no one else's religion or the way they brought up or spiritual practice, but was looking at situation, okay, from our spiritual ancestors, and they realized that there is a book that relates to Europeans, okay, which is Jesus, the Bible. Then you got Quran, which is Muhammad, that relates to Middle Eastern people. Then we have Buddhism that relates to Asia, China, and everything like that. Where's the black man's Bible? No, Genevieve and I just said, no, ancestors, God don't mean nothing. So they came in with greed and connery, this individual person. So now we understand this person's going to experience stress. Okay, maybe they have resentment to the original book maker. So now they see the sense of devastation and hopelessness in their own environment coming up. When it comes to love, they'll be looking at disappointments in relationships with a partner due to deception and betrayal. This person is a thief, very deceptive. Okay, and now you look at a situation where when it comes to ideas and money, loss of finances, and that will be coming up. All right, because somebody was looking at someone's home. Somebody had an open home, maybe they had too much events in the house or something. Somebody's looking at someone's security. Somebody was taking someone's deeds from their house. Please, people, be careful, because someone's going into someone's house and stealing information and money, documents as well, private personal information. They're looking at letters. So please be careful. It could be a King of Cups as well. It could be a family member that's in your baseline. Someone in your baseline when it comes to your security. Someone is in your environment with a Queen of Pentacles. And maybe a Queen of Wands. Being very deceptive when it comes to in this house. Because in this house, there seems to be too much deception, thievery, cheating, too much. And the energy is about greed, because people are really hopeless. That's the real energy. There's too much resentment in this house due to disappointments, appointments. Because now we're looking at a situation. Somebody wants to sell forward into a new security, new home maybe, or someone's moving from a new home, or someone's house is declining. Maybe they got too much tax, or maybe they can't afford their mortgage or something. Take it as it resonates though. But be careful. Use your intuition when it comes to security of your home, your baseline, your comfortability. Because someone came to your house for one reason and one reason only. So please use your intuition when you have visitors come over, all right? Remember, walk in love, talk in truth. Love you guys. Bye.